This is take three, take 4, take 9, I'm not sure. But once again, we are WDW Parkhoppers. I am Parkhopper Sid.
And we're on YouTube. I'm Parkhopper John.
And you are the man. All right. It was also our wedding anniversary yesterday, so, you know, I have to show him a little extra love. And we're getting comments already from some of the YouTube watchers. Really?
Yikes.
Really? You know, I was saying that we had to get this straight just for you, too.
Yeah, let's see. Hey, there we are. Boy, we are pixelated.
Wow. But we're there. That's all that matters.
How's it sound?
You, too.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh,
there you go. I'll take it. I'll take it. What's going on?
We're just going to move on.
We're going to win with that. There we go. We're going to take the win, kids.
So, for anybody who is still watching,
thank you guys so much.
Love you.
So, here's the deal. What we're trying to do is we're trying to test the technology now so that when we go to the parks or Disney Springs, we can not only do Facebook, but there's a lot of people that like us that aren't Facebook
that
people.
Aren't on Facebook.
You know,
I know, they're millennials.
If you watch Disney Parks podcast this week, Edward, who is on, doesn't do Facebook.
He does not.
You know, we have a couple other friends of ours who don't do Facebook. So, like, I want to
Blue's
start.
Aunt Jasmine does not do Facebook.
I want to start getting more stuff out. Oh God, please don't kill each other. I wanted to make sure that we could start putting content out on YouTube.
The interns just lost their minds.
So, you know, but, you know, now we're good. So.
All right. So back to notes.
All right, going back to notes,
like we said, we
boss.
are WDW Parkhoppers Live. If you're watching for the first time, thank you so much for joining us. We are just here to give you a little bit of Disney news, and tonight, some Disney trivia.
Yay.
If you are watching for not the first time, thank you even more because you know how nuts we are, and you came back.
Cheers.
To you.
This is our blueberry mojito, Sam Axe, love to Disney Springs.
Yes, if you can't tell, it's a Disney Springs cup. So we are, I think I'm representing all 3 of our stories tonight. Because I've got the ears from China, I've got the Disney Springs cocktail, and I've got the marathon shirt. Okay, really? I'm not going to interrupt your stories if you don't interrupt mine. And my marathon shirt. So, all right. So, as we said, we are WDW Parkhoppers. We want to welcome you to WDW Parkhoppers Live. This is our normally once a week, but we're changing that next week, podcast just to bring you Disney news, tips, and tricks from around the Orlando area. And we are coming to you live from the WDW Parkhoppers studios, outdoor veranda.
The veranda.
The veranda. Does that sound bougie enough?
That does sound pretty bougie.
All right. So if you like what you see, like what you hear, or you just want to see if maybe this is a one-off and we're really not that nuts, go check us out at wdwparkhoppers.com. And you can also find us here on Facebook, Twitter, over there on YouTube, I'm pointing to his iPad, or on Instagram, all at WDW Parkhoppers.
Hook a brother up with that stuff, will you?
All right, we have a small infestation of mosquitoes and love bugs. Well, it's Florida.
Yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah, so we're going to...
there you go.
Brought to you by the letter OFF.
So, do you have any housekeeping, any other tips or anything you want to throw out here?
No, stick around. We're going to be doing trivia later on, and if you've played trivia before and have not yet gotten anything, Amy, I'm looking at you. It's on its way. Long story about that, but it's coming.
And I'll put the caveat out. We would like to share the wealth. So if you have already won, you can't win again. You can absolutely play because I know people like Jen. Jen, you're going to keep people honest. So
that's accurate.
All right. First bit of, so tonight we're talking about the reopening at Shanghai Disneyland. We are talking about the reopening coming next week to Disney Springs here in Orlando. And also just one little nugget about Marathon Weekend registration that also happens here in Orlando. So, and normally we do try to keep our news Walt Disney World centric because we are WDW Parkhoppers.
Yep.
But today we did want to touch on the Shanghai Disneyland opening.
The Shanghai Disneyland opening.
What?
Nothing.
You sound so sad when you say that. This is a good thing.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You know, well, they were closed for 3.5 months.
That is accurate.
3.5 months.
A 3.5 month tour.
I honestly think that if it gets to the 3-month mark, I have friends that will curl up underneath the arches that say, welcome. So, Shanghai Disneyland reopened this week. Now, normally the park has a capacity of 80,000 people. And normally they have 12,000 cast members. Okay? For the reopening, the cast members actually outnumbered the attendees.
Wow.
And the attendees were just under 30%. So we're looking at about 24,000 attendees and 25,000 cast members. Most of those were actually additional custodial staff and cleaning crew that they brought in just to make sure that at every possible moment, any surface that could be touched was being wiped down. Good for them. I think that's great. So, now, Disneyland in Shanghai, they are required to wear face masks, required to have their temperatures taken. They must socially distance. We also found out that they have to show a green QR Shanghai health code. So in Shanghai, they have government color-coded way of tracing the contact that you might have had with COVID, and green means you're good to go. So I'm not sure what the rest of them mean, but at this point, green means they were allowed in the park. So they also, and we've heard rumors this will happen here, they had to go online and make a reservation for the day and time that they wanted to come to the park. So everybody couldn't show up at opening and get in. They were encouraged to walk and not run. Constant announcements were made reminding people to have their masks on, to social distance. And they also had yellow tape marks in the queues of all the lines so that a family would know, you stand here, next yellow tape mark is the next family. And from every report we have read, every video we've seen, everyone was just happy to be back on Disney property.
Just happy to be here, Bob.
Oh yeah, masks, gloves, temperatures, they didn't care. As long as they got to walk in and breathe the Disney air, they were good.
Through their masks.
Yes, through their masks. We are still curious how this is going to work with food and beverages, but I guess we're going to find out next week. So, now, another large change that happened was that you were no longer allowed to high-five or hug or even touch the characters that were there for pictures. They actually had distance stations, and you got a selfie. And that was pretty much it. So you had to stay 6 feet away from even the characters so that if you carried something, you couldn't put it on the character, or you couldn't pick up what someone else left behind.
Wow.
So, majority of the park's rides and attractions were open, except for the children's play areas and other interactive attractions that involved a lot of touching surfaces. And I think that was pretty much the highlights. So they did have, they had music, they had the shows, but everything was very spread out. But from everything we've seen, now it is coming from China. So, the news might be skewed.
Just a bit, you think?
Well, I'm saying that for your sake. Mainly
Thanks.
For you to go, wow. But
Thanks, baby. I appreciate that.
So there we go. Shanghai Disneyland has opened. So far, so good.
Well, we've got... we have a different set of playing rules here in the United States, so it'll be interesting to see. We were reading, before we came on live, we were reading stories about what was going on over at City Walk. And did you say it was like a madhouse?
I didn't say it was a madhouse. I said that there were reports that certain areas were wall-to-wall people.
So, yeah.
Now, that was probably the queue lines to get in, because as everyone was going in, again, they had to have masks, and they were taking temperatures.
But wall-to-wall people...
Anywhere is not good.
Yeah, makes you think that they're not really doing the social distancing thing, so...
Yes, but it's not they not doing the social distancing thing. It's the people not doing the social distancing thing.
Well, yeah.
How many times have we gone to the grocery store and you wander around and we all have our lanes that we have to go down this way and people aren't doing it, and then you go to get in line and somebody walks up right behind you before it clicks in their head, oh wait, I have to move back. Right. I did it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all done it because this is something we have to get used to.
Yes, but I think that there's a lot at play in China specifically, not to get political, but they have a way of making sure that their people do what they're asked to do.
This is happy Disney news, John.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's going to be interesting to see what happens when the United States gets their taste of Disney and the Disney kicks in.
Well, since Shanghai Disneyland is the first Disney park to reopen, why don't you tell us about the second?
Well, you might have heard a little story that came across the newswire that Disney Springs was going to be partially reopened next week. and that's going to be phase 1 opening up on May 20th, so that's Wednesday. They're going to reopen with only subcontracted shops, meaning basically non-Disney owned shops and restaurants. And it's up to the restaurant whether or not they want to open or not. So
very true.
We've got friends at obviously at the Polite Pig, or Wolfgang Puck's Bar and Grill, CityWorks Eatery and Poorhouse. They're all kind of running that for how they want to. Obviously, they're motivated to open their doors quickly, but that's just phase 1. The next phase will start 7 days later when Disney retail shops like the World of Disney Store and Disney Eateries will open. And
but again, it may not be everything.
Yeah, I don't think everything's going to be 100% open, and I think phase 3 and 4 are when we're going to start seeing some of the parks and some of the resorts maybe not open up to overnight stays, but to guests. I mean, I know that there's some resorts around the area that have been open for first responders and people like that. So, I mean, I don't think anybody's scared to, but we're being cautious. Optimistically cautious. Let's go with that. So here's the most up-to-date list that we could find for the restaurants that will be open next Wednesday.
And keep in mind, there's, like, we're talking about phase 1, phase 2, etc. But, you know, we just moved, and even the community that we live in, where we live, our house, they said, was still part of phase 1, but it was like 1.7. So phase 1 is the 20th. Then on the 22nd is like 1.2, and it's kind of been going.
You never
like
know.
That. Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know.
So
here's the list that we've got so far: Chicken Guy, Four Rivers Cantina Barbacoa food truck. So there'll be a food truck open. So
there'll be a food truck.
Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company, the Polite Pig, Yasaki, Wine Bar George, STK Orlando, Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill, Frontera Cucina, Aaron McKenna's Bakery, New York City, Sunshine Churros.
You're very excited.
Oh my God, I had to get a churro. Haagen-Dazs Pizza Point will be opening on May 22nd, so on Friday.
So these next 3 are all, so the first chunk that he read, so those are all opening on Wednesday.
Right.
And there may be others. And another big part of this is some of the restaurants have alternative hours, and many of them are requiring a reservation.
Right.
So if you are planning on going, definitely try to get a reservation, even if it's a place that normally doesn't take reservations. Call ahead, call now, go on to their websites.
Right. So those 3 restaurants are Pizza Point, Morimoto Asia, and Morimoto Asia Street Food, and Vivoli Il Gelato. So
those are all opening on May 22nd.
Right.
So I guess they're giving everybody else a couple of days. There are a ton that we have not heard from. Our roommate actually works at another restaurant there at Disney Springs, and she has not heard anything about them opening. So we're all still waiting. If you hear something, if you've heard from staff or anything like that, let us know, because we'd love to share that information.
And there's going to be some shops opening, because, you know, you're going to want to do some shopping while you're there.
And these are just funny shops to me.
Yeah.
These aren't like the shops I would expect to open.
American Threads, Anthropology, Crystal Arts by Rebus Brothers, Free People. So go down and get your people, because they're free.
They're free.
They're free people.
Absolutely.
Pele Soccer. Pop Gallery is going to be opening with updated hours. So Ron John Surf Shop, you gotta feel it for those guys. They literally just opened in the pandemic.
Oh my gosh.
And then Uniqlo will be opening from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. on May 20th. So they're going to be open for that big wave of people coming in.
And again, adjusted hours. So
here's what you want to pay attention to. All guests and employees will be required to wear masks. Disney will provide employees with three washable masks. Guests will have their temperatures checked, and plexiglass dividers have been installed at registers. Guests will swipe their own payment cards, as they will no longer be handled by employees.
So it took a pandemic for us to get the correct swipey machine. Okay.
And custodians will be retrained to pay closer attention to high-touch areas.
Now, another part of this was, one section I didn't put in here, is they are bringing in a ton of additional custodial employees.
That's right.
So you're going to see people with disinfectant and rags everywhere. But please bring your own hand sanitizer. I'm guessing they're going to run low quickly.
Disney's also developed some new global training for park employees to inform them about health and safety amid the pandemic. The company will also hold monthly safety meetings, which the union will obviously be a part of as well.
So, and that was what I just looked at a second ago. As we're talking, a friend of mine texted me an article that Disney reaches deal with Walt Disney World unions on safeguards for returning to work.
There you go.
All right. And another thing that we've read, because we've been trying to read a lot of this and just be as knowledgeable as we can, because there's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of craziness. Another thing is that if someone returns to work and, God forbid, does come down sick, they are guaranteeing 2 weeks paid leave while they stay home, quarantine, and get better.
Wow.
So yes, and it's already been asked, and we are asking ourselves the same question. How do you eat with a mask on? We have no idea how this is going to work. And you know what? And it could just be exactly what he's demonstrating. They want you to have it on, you keep it over your mouth. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you put your mask over your mouth and not your nose, it doesn't work. There you go. Oh, Parkhopper John is teasing, but he has a Star Wars mask all ready to go.
Yeah, buddy.
So, all right. Anything else you want to add on there?
No, I'm excited. Oh yes, I should add that we're going to be there.
We're going to be there. Really, you're not Catholic.
That's true. I'm not,
right.
But it's never too late to start. We're going to be there Wednesday the 20th. We're also going to be there on the 21st. God knows we'll probably wind up being there on the 22nd. We're going to be doing some live casts from different locations. So when you see, put your shirt, when you see this, it's us.
Well, you'll have a Star Wars mask.
I will have a Star Wars mask on, and
I'll probably have pink flamingos.
Hey now.
So yeah.
Will the food have a mask? Yes.
All right. Somebody needs to take the cocktails out of his hands.
I think it's great. All right.
He knows I'm talking to his wife. All right. So another fun event that happened this week, marathon weekend registration. Now, for any of you that do not run or have never run at Disney, Disney has an annual marathon weekend. And before you ask, yes, marathon, 26.2 miles, full thing. There is one marathon that is run on Disney property. It is here in Orlando. It has been going since 1994. And it only happens in January. And I say that because you have no idea how often we'll tell somebody, oh, I did a half marathon. Oh, is that like 26 miles or is that 10 miles? Or, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So, marathon weekend. Registration was actually delayed while Disney figured out if they were going to continue to have marathon weekend, which we thought was pretty interesting because right now they're still planning on having wine and dine. So, for marathon weekend, we thought maybe, people are home, they're not working, they're living on unemployment, maybe they're on limited hours like I am. Funds may be a little tighter. Marathon weekend sold out in 28 minutes.
Homie, don't play that.
And for you to say, well, 28 minutes, I mean, it's a lot. It's like 20,000 people per race.
Yeah. There's
4 races, plus the kids' races. So, marathon weekend, it lasts Thursday, technically Wednesday because the expo opens, but through Sunday. There's a 5K on Thursday. There's a 10K, which is 6 miles, on Friday. There's a half marathon on Saturday, which is 13.1, and then 26.2, the marathon on Sunday. The costs for the races are not exactly cheap. Kids races. They do the kids races, I can't remember, was it Saturday afternoon, I think?
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's the cheapest race, $20. 5K is $89 to run 3 miles and get a medal.
A medal. METAL. MEDAL.
All right. The marathon, I'm skipping a few of these. Marathon, $190. Hey, don't you judge. Don't you judge. I'm reading the comments. Don't you judge. I see you. Dopey challenge. To do the dopey, means that you are running the 5K, the 10K, the half, and the full. We're normally missing toenails by the end of it. Our legs are jello. We could eat everything in sight for a month, and we just need carried to the car. Yeah, $590. Now, if you go to really, really crazy, you run a race during marathon weekend, any of them, and then you pay an extra $80 for the Castaway Key Challenge.
That's new.
No, I did it.
No.
Yeah, it's new in the last like 5 years. We did the inaugural. Yes.
We both did it, but we didn't have to pay anything extra for it, did we?
You didn't do the Castaway Key inaugural. No, the challenge. You didn't do the Castaway Key Challenge.
Oh, no, because you had done the...
So, Castaway Key Race is technically $0. To add the Castaway Key, or actually they might charge now, I can't remember. So, it's a 5K over Castaway Key, which is Disney's private island, which means to do the Castaway Key Challenge, you are paying $80 for the challenge, which you get a really cool medal. And you also have to pay for a cruise.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, you got to get on the cruise ship, the Disney cruise ship, to get to the island, to run the race, to get the extra medal.
That is the most expensive race that you'll run.
Yes. Okay, I've done it once. In all honesty, I've done it once.
That's great. Had a blast.
So the year we did it, I did the whole dopey, and then did the Castaway Key Challenge. So I walked away with 7 medals. 7 medals.
So you had 4.
I had the 5K, 10K, half, full, and then I had the Castaway Key medal. So I did 5 races, and then when you do the dopey, they give you the Goofy medal, which is just the half and the full,
right,
plus the dopey medal, plus the Castaway Key Challenge medal. So I had 8.
Yeah, plus don't forget you also ran the one where the regular Castaway Key, and then you
that was 5.
So you got 2 Castaway Keys.
Well, no, I got the Castaway Key, and then I got the Challenge medal. These were challenge medals. These were race medals.
Okay.
Welcome to our marriage. There you go.
There was also the regular Castaway Key.
Yeah, but we're talking about that one.
Okay. You and I are
I'll show him later.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
So yeah.
Yes. So all that being said, we really thought, hey, this it might take a couple hours for this to sell out. No. Now, 28 minutes. And people were furious. Like, some guy got onto one of the Run Disney Facebook forums and told off everybody with multiple curse words. I think he's been banned for life.
Guys, it's just Disney.
It is.
It's not.
Oh,
it's not the end of the world.
And I do want to say, because I just saw that they were watching. Thank you, Jamie. I'm wearing these for you. Thank you. Okay, my friend bought me ears.
Right.
I love her. All right. All that being said, it's a great organization. You want to be healthy. You want to run. You can run in costume. You're running around Disney. There's characters out there.
Did you mention the celebrated charity?
The celebrated charity. So, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, Team in Training, is the charity for Run Disney. And the one thing I did learn today in some of my research, no matter what people spend there, Disney has guaranteed them a certain amount. So thank you, Disney, for continuing to support these organizations, even when we have no idea what's going on and we've seen your stocks.
Yep. Yeah.
But if you do want a bid, contact a travel agent. They might have them.
And
maybe
nice.
A charity. Oh,
it'd be nice.
So nice.
Super nice.
Like Disney nice.
And to be 100% clear, those travel agents have limited amount, but you have to book room, probably a dining plan, and then you have to pay for the race stuff. So it's not just call a travel agent and they've got extra bibs.
Yes.
Call a travel agent, book an entire trip, and you might have access.
And the person who's mentioning that there is a charity tied to the event, that is Leukemia and Lymphoma Society this year. So
right.
Sometimes it changes, but I think it's been pretty consistent.
Yeah. All right. So before we get to trivia, I want to let a few folks know. We want you to go over to visit our partners in crime, the newly minted The Disney List. Go to facebook.com/The Disney List. I think it's the Disney List.com, if I'm not mistaken. But our good friends Aljon and Kristen have kind of rebranded, doing something kind of new, kind of fun, kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Very excited.
Are you saying we're not fun or sexy?
We are all.
We
that,
are so
and
not
then
fun or sexy. We are so.
But go check them out. They support us, and we want to support them. So go check them out.
Plus, we love them to death.
That's right. Also, if you like what we do here, and we're trying really hard to kind of up our game, go over to wdwparkhoppers.com/Amazon. If you're going to be doing any Amazon shopping anyway, go there first to the parkhoppers.com/Amazon, and then do your shopping there, and that will help us out because Amazon will kick back a few pennies of anything you purchase. It won't cost you anymore, but it helps us out. If you wouldn't mind doing that. And we're still raising money. We've got a few more months left, a couple more months.
Yes.
For Relay for Life.
So they've changed the end date. So they're still trying to figure out if they're going to try to do a live event or they want to do a large, everybody does a virtual event. And what was really nice to all of you who supported us when we did our virtual Relay for Life, and we might actually do another event just to bring some more awareness.
We're thinking about.
Well, the Orlando and Central Florida Relay reached out, thanked us for what we did, and they were using some of our successes and some of our things that weren't so successful to help their people down the road. So we got to be a nice, beta test case.
Yeah, buddy. We're thinking about doing something kind of interesting, borrowing an idea from another blogger buddy of ours who does he does 24-hour things. I can't do 24 hours, so I might do a 12-hour, but do 12 straight hours.
You could do 24 hours. It would just be ugly.
It would be very ugly. Anyway,
oh my gosh.
So that's it for the news.
Should we answer questions before we move on to trivia?
We can give it a try.
All right.
Let me go over here to YouTube.
I'm gonna go
what questions we got.
All right, and I'm gonna go over to the Book of Face. I'm not even gonna answer. Will the food have a mask? Just saying.
Waka waka.
People like your humor.
Jeez, guys, I love you guys.
Somebody has to.
Marcina, hey back. Good to see you.
So, to the person who asked about reduced capacity for the races, no, they were still selling kids races. So they were selling them at $20 a pop. So, this is January. I think that Disney is hoping and praying and planning and that there will not be a challenge for that. So.
Nope.
Could you pass someone because of the 6-foot rule? You know what? They're only allowing so many people in and you're going to have a mask on and they're going to take your temperature. So if you're at Disney Springs, then...
No. He's talking to the race. I saw that. Did you know that?
I thought maybe he wasn't being quite such a smart aleck.
No.
All right, so...
Those are our friends.
No, those are your friends.
No, they're our friends.
All right.
Seek your heart, you know what I mean?
Why do people have to pay to run, and where does all the money go? So...
Whoa, really?
Yeah. So, wait. I don't think it's a ridiculous question. So, you pay to run because you're paying for the experience. You're paying for the shirt. This is my Goofy Challenge shirt from 2015. You are paying for the medal, the box at the end, all the additional security they have to bring in, the additional lighting,
the porta potties,
oh my gosh, the millions of porta potties. So there is an aspect to the race that they have to pay extra. Plus it's Disney, so whatever you were going to pay for a regular race, triple it, and that's what Disney charges. And I don't mean that cruelly. I have done the math. So
accurate.
The money goes back to Disney. The money goes to pay all of the cast members for the fireworks, for the permits, for the porta potties. It goes to pay for all of the marketing.
All of the extra.
The expo. There are a lot of extras. Plus, a large chunk of that money does go to the selected charity of each race.
Right.
So.
And this is not a neighborhood 5K. This is close roads down.
Yes.
A lot of sheriff and law enforcement presence. So you got to pay those guys.
Oh yeah.
This is not a cheap event.
There's police. There's fire marshals. There's all kinds of things, and there's fireworks at every corral. So there's 10 waves of people starting. Everybody doesn't start at one time, or sometimes 14, 15 waves. So with every wave of people starting, there's fireworks, there's announcements, there's music, there's characters. So there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. Scale down your thoughts when she says fireworks. Don't think wishes. Think
poo. So I think we addressed the charity already. And I think that if I missed a question, let me know.
Nice.
We better have vids. Videos of what?
When we're down next week.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there's videos, there's pictures.
Hopefully they'll be cleaner than what you've got tonight.
Oh, wait. I might even have a picture of John in his Star Wars mask that I can share with you in a horribly...
So moving on to trivia.
Oh, yep, here it is. And here's me mine. Untechnological, unprofessional way. There you go, y'all.
Look at that. Look at that.
There is his Star Wars mask and me and my little black and white flower mask that, a dear friend made these for us. And she thought that one would be more professional because we already heard that I'm going to have to wear them back to work. So for the person asking about when can you sign up and when is the race? So the races are in January. Right now, most of them are considered sold out, but definitely go check out rundisney.com. There are additional races. So you can, right now I think the next registration will be for next February. And if you don't...
Which is Princess.
Yes, that is Princess, which was your first half marathon.
Totally.
So, and actually the Princess 5K was our first race together, and that was 10 years ago.
Good Lord have mercy.
Years ago. 2010.
Well,
we did a 5K.
Since we're talking about that, yesterday was a special day.
Yes!
Yesterday was our 14-year anniversary.
Yeah.
14 years.
14 years. You still love me?
With all my heart.
You still want to be married to me?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
You still okay that I know where the knives and the guns are?
That's right. I've got a couple hidden myself. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into trivia because I don't want to be here when the bugs really come out to play.
All right, we're gonna do 2 sections of 10 questions each.
2 sections of 10 questions each.
And you're keeping score this time.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
All right. So the last time we did this, it was a little easier. We did it on like a Zoom call, which we'll try again one of these days.
Yep.
And so people actually had to raise their hand. It was adorable. Oh, thank you all for the anniversary. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, wow. He's getting serious here. Are you guys ready? I don't care if he's ready. All right. First question. And you have to type your answer in. So
right.
I'm really sorry for anybody with rough internet. Before Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney made a different character. Who was that?
Ronald Reagan.
Don't listen to any of his answers. All right. Do you know what the answer is?
Of course I do.
Do you? Because you don't have...
I can cheat. No, I'm kidding. No, I know the answer to that one.
All right. So if anybody knows, that is question number 1. And there is a small delay between them and us.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe we should move on.
No. We can...
You want to vamp?
Let's vamp till we get a... Hey!
We got an answer!
Oh!
But she already won. Wasn't she the winner of last time?
Yeah, and I swear it's coming. I went to send you twice. I've tried to send your gift and Disney's.
All right, so there's number... All right, Kimberly. Kimberly gets it.
All right,
Woohoo!
Kimberly.
All right, Amy and Jennifer, you know that you guys can't win. Catherine, you're so close. Maybe the next one. All right. Now, this is going to be closest. I'm going to give you 3 options. How many lines did Aurora have in Sleeping Beauty? The original Sleeping Beauty. What the hell?
How many lines?
John!
Oh, that's embarrassing.
I'm not Tony. This isn't that podcast. You have to behave. How many lines? So, did she have 12 lines? Did she have 18 lines? Or did she have 32 lines? Oh, I'm sorry, Jasmine. Nope, she had lines. Oh, I'm sorry, Beverly.
Keep trying, Beverly, because not everybody's...
Right. People aren't getting the right answer.
People aren't getting the right answers.
18, 32. How many lines did did Aurora have in Sleeping Beauty? All right, Catherine, 18.
Catherine.
All right, the only way that we could do this and everybody be on at the same time is if we did it Zoom. So tonight we're just kind of going to have to go with it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm going to play with it.
All right, next question. He had daughters, lots of daughters. How many daughters did King Triton have? Filter. How many daughters did King Triton have? And we are including Ariel, the rebellious one that decided to have legs and run away from home.
So like Hawaii with the cousins?
No.
Okay.
These are actual daughters.
Legit daughters. No hints?
It's probably what killed the mom. No hints. Seriously, you're going to push that many watermelons out of yourself? You deserve to take an early break. I'm sorry.
But she's a fish from the bottom down, so it's probably like little eggs. Like.
No one's ever explained that. Are you sure?
Jennifer said 9.
Okay, Jennifer is close.
Close.
So y'all need to look at Jennifer's answer and, maybe not.
Maybe not that many. Jasmine is close.
Jasmine forgot about
You're in between.
Something.
You're in between. You're super close, kids.
I feel horrible. I feel like we're the evil teachers at the front of the room. And by the time Jasmine is hearing me say,
Yay!
Catherine!
Wow.
All right, Catherine. You are in the lead. I'm not even going to read the trick part of this trick question. Really quick. Which one of Captain Hook's hands is a hook?
I'm so confused.
Well, you're a drummer. You wouldn't get it right anyway.
That is true.
They have trouble with left and right. And
that is accurate. He's got a 50-50 chance, kids.
oh, my God.
Yeah.
I love it. Jennifer was trying to get people to copy her to get people answers.
He had a 50-50 chance on this, kids.
All right, Catherine, left.
Wow, you're quick on that. That's good.
And see, this makes me worry that, Facebook may be a little ahead YouTube. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
We're figuring it out.
She knows we got her back.
Absolutely. All right. Now, this is going to be a weird one, and I'm going to give you 3 options. Who was Walt Disney's favorite character? And he did. He had a favorite character when he died, and he was very open about that. Was it Perdita? Perdita the dog? Perdita the dog. Was it Snow White? Was it Mickey Mouse? Or was it Geppetto the cat? Or Geppetto's cat, I'm sorry. So, a dog, a cat, a human, or a mouse?
Jennifer left or right. That's funny.
You aren't like a teacher I know. No, I'm the evil teacher. I'm going to assume. I'm not sure if I should take that as a compliment or...
What was Walt Disney's
favorite character? So, was it Perdita? Geppetto's cat? Jasmine got it. Figaro. Catherine. Oh, Catherine, you were right behind her. So, yes. And I'm actually going to read this to you because it was so cute. Mickey Mouse was iconic, but he was never Walt's favorite. He always told everyone he was a cat person. And because of that, that's why Geppetto had Figaro in Pinocchio. And that's why he had a cat. So, this is going to be an easy one, I think. Right. What was the name of the dog in Peter Pan? The dog in Peter Pan.
The dog in Peter Pan. There was a dog in Peter Pan?
Seriously? You're so fired. I'm going to fire him. Am I allowed to fire him?
Yeah, you can fire me, but we're still married.
Oh, and technically it's your podcast.
It's our podcast.
Jennifer, stop Googling things. Jasmine got it. Jasmine, you are correct. It is Nana. All right.
New messages here. We're going to want to see that.
Yeah.
All right, so Jasmine got it right?
All right, so right now we are at Catherine in the lead, Jasmine coming up second, and Kimberly, you are in third. All right. A character from Aladdin also makes a cameo in the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That's not
Who is that?
What was the question?
Really?
Read the question again.
A character from Aladdin makes a cameo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Who is that? And this is one of those Easter egg things that they just kind of walk through, or, yeah. There's at least a 15-second lag, but you're still in second place.
I think I'm getting eaten alive. I'm getting eaten alive.
All right. So, character from Aladdin makes a cameo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Does anyone know who that is? Jennifer, stop Googling. No, Jasmine, it's not Abu. Yes, Aljon is on the board with Belle. Yes. You've never known that Easter egg?
Belle.
Yes. What character?
Belle was not in Aladdin, was she?
You see the carpet and Belle and all in the same... Oh, fuck.
My wife just dropped a F-bomb.
All right, we're going to skip this question. I'm sorry. I screwed up.
It was the
It was the carpet. I kept thinking about Belle making that. You're not. Aljon, you're right. She does, but she's not in Aladdin, and you had me convinced she's in Aladdin. This is why you are my brother from another mother, because we have the same brain. I'm so sorry for our spouses.
I'm married to Aljon.
You're married. Hey, I'm married to Kristen.
That is accurate.
All right, then. All right, we're skipping this. I'm so sorry. Next question. What time did the ball start in Cinderella? Now, it's on the clock tower.
Oh. They're here for the entertainment.
We could be done at 10 questions.
No,
I know, but...
No.
I know I just accidentally cussed, but you're doing it on purpose.
Jasmine says
for the win.
8. Wow.
Yes,
pulling
the
out.
clock tower when the ball starts is 8 o'clock.
Jasmine with the 15-minute lag or 50-second lag still.
I just want to know, how did it take her 4... well, actually, she wasn't there at the beginning of the ball. That's when the ball started.
Yeah, well, you know.
So he fell in love with her even faster than 4 hours.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. All right, we now have a tie between Catherine and Jasmine. Yes? No. Skip?
No, I think that'd be pretty good.
All right.
Better than the other one.
You have to get both of these right, but spelling does not count. Because you're talking to us. Trust me, spelling does not count. What are the names of Cinderella's evil stepsisters? The names of Cinderella's evil stepsisters. There's 2 of them, in case you're curious. And they have names that are...
Ugg and Lee.
Maybe they just needed a little better makeup. Maybe they needed
Faster than the 90 Day Fiancé. That's funny.
Wow. Drizella and Anastasia. Jasmine for the win.
Dude, pulling ahead.
I know, and she was the one complaining about the delay. I think she's just throwing up excuses.
Good job, Jen.
All right. Question 10. What did Aladdin steal in the marketplace at the beginning of Aladdin? What did he steal? What was the thing that you saw he stole and they chased him? I'm waiting for a smart aleck comment. Because I married you. Y'all met him, right? I can't say the real thing because I already said the F word.
Yeah,
so.
you already.
I already put my cuss quota in here. Facebook is going to find that, and then they're going...
Oh.
Kimberly.
Wait.
Nope.
Wait. Nope. Yep.
Yep, Kimberly.
Kimberly got it right.
It is bread.
Bread. Kimberly's coming back.
All right. Oh, that would be... We're not going to do that one.
Okay, so how many questions was that? That 10?
That was 10.
Okay, so we skipped one.
Yes, we skipped one. And should we skip this one, or should we let them do it?
No.
You would see how fast they can type.
Yeah, no.
All right, so the questions I pulled were actually like a multiple choice thing. And the question had been, which one of these is not the dwarf? And we changed it to name all the dwarfs, but we're not asking you that because that'll take too long. Ursula disguises herself to fool Prince Eric. What name did she give her persona? So, if Ursula disguises herself to fool Prince Eric, what name did she give her disguise? See, I would go with the multiple choice, but these people are like hard
They're
competitors. Yeah,
hardcore
these are
parkour.
not. They don't need.
They don't need help. I don't need nobody. I got
Yeah.
this.
And yes, I skipped the 7 Taurus one. All right, Jennifer, we got an I don't know. I don't know.
So
Let's see. She's not watching us right now, as far as we can tell.
Ursula.
Well, Ursula's alternate persona. Does anybody know? Do you want me to give you 3 options?
No.
No.
I don't Google it.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
All right, 3 options. Was it Olivia? Was it Vanessa? Or was it Carol? Olivia or Vanessa or Carol?
Carol Baskins.
Oh, wow. I hadn't even thought about that. For Disney.
They can't get a win.
It got quiet in the chat room all of a sudden.
All right, we got one.
Yeah. Oh,
Amy got it.
no. Jasmine got it
Jasmine.
first.
Daggone.
Sorry, Amy.
Amy won last time, and I owe her.
All right.
All right, so that's 10 questions.
Okay.
It is 10 till 8. So 10 questions. Here we are.
That might have been 11, but okay.
Jasmine is in the lead
Okay.
with 5. Catherine has 3, and Kimberly has 2.
Now, I have 6 more questions. Actually, 7 more questions. Do we want the 7 more questions and try to break the tie? You coming after her, Catherine? Is that what we want to do?
Oh, yeah, let's just do 5 questions. How about
All right.
5 questions?
5 more questions.
5 more.
Ready? All right. Disney redid Robin Hood. In the Disney version of Robin Hood,
Yeah.
what animal was Little John? Because in the original version, he was a human. But what was he in Disney's version? Well, Robin Hood was a fox.
That's right.
Maid
Yeah,
Marian was a fox.
that's right.
But what was Little John?
What does the fox say?
In our house? Jasmine!
Wow.
All right. Jasmine got it. It was a bear. Little John was a big bear. What poem does the Cheshire Cat sing in Alice in Wonderland? And it is not anything to do with Nantucket. I just thought I'd beat you to it.
Oh. Ah, that's funny.
Wow, you just
I
got
didn't
up
even go
there?
Yeah, I didn't even go there.
All right, so what poem does a Cheshire Cat sing in Alice in Wonderland?
But there once was a man from Nantucket.
You know I love you, right?
You know you're beautiful.
Wow. He tells me I'm beautiful when I'm blushing.
Dante, what's going on?
All right, Dante, do you know what this poem is? Do you want to mess up the whole thing and just jump in here?
What is the poem that the Cheshire Cat
Does anybody know this?
should? It's, if you've seen the live action, it's pretty important to the script.
The poem was written by Lewis Carroll.
Nope. Nope.
No, Kimberly, that's not it.
If you know your pop and lock and dance teams, that's a clue.
I don't even understand that clue. All right.
I think it's a whole lot of Googling going on.
There is a whole lot of Googling going on. A whole lot of, what were all the other ones for before Google? A whole lot of Googling.
Jasmine.
Jasmine for the Jabberwocky.
The Jabberwockies. You ever heard of the Jabberwockies?
I've heard of the Jabberwocky. Oh, that? No.
With
that
the
I don't.
masks?
We'll get you on spelling later, Jasmine. But like we said, spelling really doesn't count to this group.
Right.
All right. Think about this one before you answer. How many puppies does Perdita give birth to in 101 Dalmatians? So, Perdita, puppy in the main home, gives birth to puppies. Puppies are kidnapped. How many puppies does Perdita give birth to? That still sounds like a horrible
Holy
number.
cats.
Dang. I feel like we should just call it at this point.
We should. Statistically, there's no way anybody can come back.
But we still have answers if y'all want to come back.
Yeah, keep
y'all want. All right, couple more questions.
Jasmine got it with 15. The rest of the
15.
puppies came from
Other
the family
people.
later.
Which, honestly, they kept all the puppies. I think that's just craptastic.
That's a whole lot of puppy poop.
Like, I think they should have found out who those puppies belonged to.
I wish we had a Dalmatian puppy.
Really?
They're cute.
Yes. Do you know that Dalmatians need walked a lot and a lot of exercise?
Yeah, no, I'm out on that.
Parkhopper John is more of like the Basset Hound throw rug puppy kind of guy.
Have you met Blue?
So, yeah, and speaking of, his daughter is barking at him.
All right, so.
All right. What was Pegasus created from in Hercules? Pegasus was created by something that Zeus reached out and grabbed. What was Pegasus created from? 3 dogs, and the amount of dog poop feels like I have 101.
Oh,
Sue,
preach.
absolutely. We have 3 dogs.
Yes.
And they each have their own, like,
all right, that's
technique.
She can't be that. Can she be that smart?
Did you just insult her on social media?
No.
On YouTube?
No. I didn't insult her.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah, go.
Jasmine is correct. Pegasus was created from clouds. Or everyone else has just given up.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's probably it's.
All right.
It's Jasmine's game to lose.
All right, we're gonna do one more. Disney had a movie. They made a movie. It had very complicated audio, and for that reason was shown in limited theaters. What was that movie? So, because of audio issues, could only be shown in certain theaters. Anyone know what that movie is? Well, you're reading it over my shoulder.
Yeah, she is that smart. I'm playing Jasmine. You know me.
Jasmine, you know I got your back.
That's right.
And she got it. Fantasia. So, the music made the audio too complex for theaters at the time that it was released, and it was very hard for it to go into the sound systems that were in some of the older theaters. So it actually only opened in 14 theaters.
Yeah, but they wound up doing, correct me if I'm wrong, all those Disney fans out there, they wound up doing a sound system, put together a sound system called, I want to say stereophonic, but I don't think that's correct, that they actually started putting into theaters. So Walt Disney's part of the reason that
we have better sound.
We have better sound in theaters. So.
All right, so who was our winner?
Jasmine, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Woo!
See, get on YouTube. That's what happens.
This is what you can't win next time, though.
Yeah.
If we have trivia. So where are we going to be next week?
We're going to be at Disney Springs next week.
And next week we are going to do some videos around on Wednesday as well as Thursday. We're going to go to a couple different restaurants. We are probably going to be podcasting in our masks. So
that's right.
So bear with us. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the YouTube watchers that are there with us tonight.
Yeah, guys.
Love it. And yeah.
Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties. We're trying to do some new stuff and still stay mobile. I mean, if I wanted to drag my laptop out here, I could probably make it happen. But anyway, guys, have a great night. Stay safe. And
wash your hands.
We'll see you. And come find us over at WDW Parkhoppers. 4 parks, 1 world.
And everything in between.